Hi everyone, it's Gina from Sisters Talk Radio.
And Andrea from Sisters Talk Radio.
We're on our second day in Memphis, Tennessee, and we are having a great time. Now, yesterday we got in about 5 p.m., and we spent the rest of our day downtown Memphis on Beale Street in that area. And Andrea's like, you cannot come to Memphis, Tennessee without stopping at BB King's. So I'm going to have Andrea tell you guys a little bit more about BB King's.
Yes, so first thing we had to do was get there. BB King, if you don't know, is a blues artist. He's been singing for about 60 years now. So if you haven't heard of him, you might want to learn a little bit about him. So he started his career on Beale Street a long time ago. So we had to go down there and just see where he got started. And the club we were at, it wasn't where he started, but he created, a couple bars and restaurants around the United States, and this is the first one he put in. So had to go to BB's, had some barbecue, watched some blues music while we ate, and I drank some beers. So really, it was a perfect night to start with, and I had a lot of fun. It was very commercialized there, but it was a lot of fun. Got my little souvenir cup and my picture taken outside of BB's. So, it was a lot of fun for a person who loves blues music as much as I do to get someplace like that, and then to get to experience Beale Street with all the live music. It's just everywhere you go, live music, blues just pumping out at every restaurant and every bar. It was great.
Now, we wandered around downtown Memphis, around the Beale Street area, and we got lured into Coyote Ugly's. Why do I say lured? Well, see, what had happened was...
What had happened?
We were across the street, and there was this really good-looking girl standing outside in her little cute little shorts with her cowboy boots and her cowboy hat and her little halter top, and I was like, so we need to go over there.
Right.
So we were lured in. It worked. We got there, and we were like, okay, we're here. And we were waiting for something really good to happen, something really hot. Never happened.
Nope.
The girls danced on the bar. Not impressed. They could not dance if their lives depended on it. So I whip out my video camera because I want to document this, right? Because who's going to believe that girls at Coyote Ugly can't dance? So I start filming video, and the bouncer taps me and says, you can't film video, you can only take pictures. And I turned to Andrea and I said, that's because they don't want proof that these girls cannot dance. So we were not impressed with Coyote Ugly in Memphis, Tennessee, and we actually gave them a card, and on the back of the card I wrote, the worst dancers I have ever seen. And we left. And I doubt they'll ever let us back in there again.
Probably not.
And we don't care.
I'm okay with that.
But we did experience the Coyote Ugly, which we have not done before.
Right.
And then we just kind of wandered around downtown, and we were kind of lost because we were looking for our car, and this lesbian came out of nowhere and said, do you need help? Literally out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's like the lesbian tour guide.
Like, okay. And so we ended up asking them where to go for gay bars, and they told us about Mary's. We went to Mary's, and it just reopened after renovation, so there wasn't really anybody there. Instead, they gave us passes to go to another bar they own called Back Street. And we ended up going there. We had a great time. We hung out. It's pretty, from what I hear, the gay scene in Memphis is still in its infancy. So we're really hoping that it picks up around here.
Right.
And that, that the gay community here in Memphis has some really nice places to go to. So drank a lot, hung out, met some great people. And came home and came back to our hotel and crashed. By the way, we are in a different hotel than we were yesterday. Much nicer.
It's so nice here.
Yeah. Shout out to Crown Plaza in Memphis, Tennessee, because we really like the Crown Plaza. That's where we are, and we think it's great.
Yes, we love
that
it.
Howard Johnson we were at, do not stay there. So anyway.
Yeah, not at all. Gina said something about hanging out with people, and I have to say, I have finally gotten to experience what I hear is the best hospitality in this United States. That Southern hospitality is its finest, and it really is. People I never had known before were just chatting it up with us, and talking, making sure we were cozy, and giving us passes places, and just really friendly people. And I'm not one that just strike up conversation with complete strangers.
I know. I said I have seen you talk to more strangers in the last day and a half than I've seen you talk to in the year and a half we've been together in Wisconsin.
Right, yeah. They're just so friendly around here and sincere, and you don't get that rude feeling from people, and it's just very kind around here. So the only other time I've been in the South was with Gina and her family, and so that was family too. So I knew they were being the whole Southern hospitality, but it was still family. Now these are complete strangers, and just wherever you go, people are just really polite, and it is really true. So, and this has been one day. I can't wait to finish our trip off here.
Well, here's the thing. Andrea, born and raised in the Midwest, and I moved to the Midwest about 15, 16 years ago from the South. I was born and raised in Georgia. And one of the very first observations I made when I moved to the Midwest was that people were really fucking rude. People are really, really, really rude in the Midwest. And that's compared to what I knew from living in the South. People, when they pass you on the street, they say hello. When you're walking into a place behind somebody, they don't let the door slam in your face. You know, Southerners just don't do that. Midwesterners will not hold the door for you. They let the door slam in your face. They will walk right past you and then look in the other direction so they don't have to say hello. Midwesterners have this is my personal space thing, don't come inside of it kind of an attitude.
Right.
Southerners are like hugging you, shaking your hand. They don't have this whole this is my personal space, back out of it kind of a thing. So I've lived, born and raised in the South, and I've been in the Midwest about as long as I was in the South because I left at 18, and so I have two different geographical areas that I can compare to each other, and I'm going to tell you, Southerners are so much more polite than people in the Midwest. And Andrea's finally starting to experience
and I grew up from Minnesota, and there was always this saying, Minnesota nice. And I really started to question that everyone always says, oh, Minnesota nice, we're so nice, Minnesota nice. And really, I think we might only be nice some of the times. So yeah, I've gotten a little comparison finally myself. So
we actually stopped into another place, actually two places today. We wanted to find a breakfast place that was 100% mom and pop. We didn't want any chains. We're not doing chains at all other than this hotel when we're in Memphis. So we stopped at a place called CK's Coffee House or Coffee Bar because it looked like the most mom and pop place we could have possibly run into.
Yep.
So we go in, it's black owned and operated, everybody working there is black. And I was just like, no, this is what I'm talking about. The food was great. There was about 10 tables. It was great. So
and that's what I said I want. All I want down here is a place with 10 tables, no more, because you're getting some real good cooking if there's only so many people that you can serve at a time. So.
And we also went to a place called Other Lands Coffee Bar or Coffee Shop, Coffee Bar, I believe. And we walked in and I said, I think we found Hippie Land, Memphis. Or maybe Gayland.
So a little bit of both. It reminded us a lot of a coffee shop back in Madison called Mother Fools. Like it was like the twin sister of it.
So if you're from the area, you're quite familiar with Other Lands. If you're not from the area, check it out. Other Lands Coffee Bar. And I do have a picture of a cute little table from Other Lands on our Facebook page in our photos section if you want to check that out. So we're going to get going because we got a lot we want to do. We got 3 more days here and we got a lot to get in 3 days.
Oh, yes, we do.
We're available on iTunes. So you can go check out our radio show on iTunes. Just do a search on iTunes for Sisters Talk Radio. We're also available on Stitcher, on the LGBT category on Stitcher. And Stitcher is a podcast application for your BlackBerry or your iPhone. And if you're not watching this video on the YouTube site, our YouTube channel is youtube.com/Sisters Talk Radio. Don't forget to subscribe. Until our next video, bye.
See you later.